welcome to day 5 of food storage. We are going to make noodles, homemade noodles. It's a family tradition. I'll be adding some carrots, possibly some corn, but there will be the pasta and then canned chicken. And I've been collecting the drippings from all of the cans that I've been opening, all the canned chicken. So I will just add all of those. They have some fat in them. Normally with homemade noodles you'd boil off all the fat on the chicken and make the taste even better. Okay, so half a cup of the powdered eggs, a cup of water, and a half a teaspoon of salt. I'll just mix that in there and avoid smelling it. I've had a bad day as far as pregnancy goes, and smells are really bothering me today. Okay, and just for information's sake, I do have pasta, stored noodles, macaroni elbows. I have those kind of pastas all stored away, so I could easily, if I didn't want to take the time to make the noodles, it would be just as easy to open food storage spaghetti, elbow, macaroni, and just use that in place. So you can do that if that's what you want to do, no problem there. And just to make it a little bit more healthy, I'm going to put some wheat flour, and you look at this, maybe you can't see it with the glare, but that is home ground wheat flour in the K-Tech blender or wheat grinder that I borrowed from my mother. It ground it so fine, it's as fine as regular flour. There's no chunks in it. I think it'll make the pasta taste just fine. I always keep bread flour. I like it better. But for pastries and pie crusts, you need to use all-purpose flour. We're just going to knead this. Keep putting flour on it. And I'm going to just knead them until they're not sticky, but not until they're so hard that you can't even roll them flat. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I've rolled out, my dough now it's not sticky, but it's still moist. So I'm going to show you how you would make the pasta noodles if you didn't have the actual pasta maker, which this part will roll it flat. You still have to roll your dough out a little bit so that it can get in there. So this part will roll it flat, and then you have your choice of a really thick noodle or a really thin noodle. That's your choice. But if you don't have one of those and you have to hand cut it, you'll just roll this loosely, like so. Yay! And then cut your little noodles, and you can make them as thin or as thick as you want. They're not going to be perfect because it's not, but there you have it. There's your noodle. And we'll want to lay them out on a paper towel, or just lay them out because they need to dry a little before you put them in the water, otherwise they'll clump together. And these machines they're about $25 or $30. They're well worth the investment if you like to make noodles. Since my in-laws like to make noodles, it's something that every one of us has, every one of the married couples has. Okay, and this is where the C-clamp would come in handy. You would hold it down to the counter. And I don't have mine, so can't show you that. Anyway, you slide it through the flattener, and I like the thicker noodles, so I'm just going to send it through that spot. Okay, and there's all your pasta noodles. Yay, sweet. Alright, so I now have all of the vegetables that I want in the drippings from all the cans of chicken that I've saved. And I have another can of chicken with drippings that I'm going to put in. I will first put in the noodles so that I don't squish all of the chicken bits, since they are very delicate in these cans. The noodles will probably take about half hour to cook. So I'll go ahead and start loading the noodles in.